Hey Starshine, how are you? I'm TK, and today I will play more of Coffee Talk. Hello, everybody. I see Tabari's here and Vulgara's here. Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing today? I got myself a nice matcha latte, an iced matcha latte, because I wanted one, I think, last time I played the game, and I didn't. I can't remember why, but I didn't have one. You're playing some more BioShock 2? That's awesome. Heck yeah. Nice. I should totally play that soon. That's good to hear. Good to hear. I am doing pretty well. I am a little tired, so I don't know if this will be a shorter stream or not. I'll get going, I'll start doing it and see where it goes. Set an encounter with the Alpha Series Big Daddies. Oh, gotcha. Oh, sorry, I'm a little tired. I had a little flower crown to Jebby over here. I thought Jebby needed a little flower crown for spring. It looks so cute. It looks so cute. I love it. But hello everybody. I keep saying that. I'm really out of it. I think I'm just a little too tired. But I think when TK plays BioShock 2, we'll have to call her Star Daddy. No, don't call me anything with Daddy. You can call me Mommy, but not Daddy. But yes, I think I should go ahead and pop into the game, start going, and see how it goes. See if I have the energy to go on for long or not. Let me see. Okay, let me get over here. Okay. Continue. Haha. Oh, hey Freya. How are you doing? Do you want to order anything else? No, I'm good for now. I'll order again once I finish reading this. Okay then. I'll leave you with whatever that is. It is a Monday. It's absolutely a Monday. Oh man. What is it? What's wrong, Freya? Oh, it's the cutie! Oh, Aqua. Fancy seeing you here so soon. Hi, Freya. Hi, TK. Good evening, Miss Aqua. Oh, I just realized this isn't... Oh, it is. It is unmuted. I didn't realize that. Okay. Good evening, Miss Aqua. How are you two doing? Same old. I'm good. How about you? I'm fine, thank you. And you? Oops. I did the thing. I did the thing that everybody does, but it's still super embarrassing. I asked that already. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Literally everyone does it. It happens. Kind of like when you say you too when like a waiter tells you, enjoy your food, and you're like, you too, and you're like, ah, damn it. Is Myrtle here? Ooh! Oh! I ship it! I ship it! We're gonna get them together! We're gonna get them together! So far, it's only me and TK. We have you with us now, of course. Are you meeting her here tonight? Oh, it's not that. I was just wondering if she's coming here again. Because, I think she's kind of cool, a little bit cute, and I kind of like her. I don't get in these situations. I don't talk to people. That's fair. I completely understand. You have her email, right? Yeah. Why don't you just tell her to come and meet you here now? It always works for me whenever I want to talk to someone. She's got a crush. That wouldn't be nice. It's not that important anyway. I just want to follow up on the questions your team sent today. Follow up directly, I mean. Yeah, that's yep, I'm sure that's it. I'm sure. It's not because you think she's a cutie. Anyway, I should order something. Take your time, Miss Aqua. It's alright. I'll order now. I'll have a cup of tea with lemon and cinnamon, please. Tea? lemon cinnamon. Oh, what is that? Mint? I didn't even check what that is. That sounds delicious. Russian tea. That does sound really good. Here you go. Oh, it looks so pretty. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Russian tea, right? Oh, you knew? I heard about it once. You know what? I have tea, lemon, and cinnamon. Not like fresh cinnamon, unfortunately, just like the powdered stuff. But I could try that. Huh, maybe I should try that. I'm pretty sure the only part that's Russian is the name. It was originally from a community cookbook or something. You're right. Whoa, that's a highly specific fun fact to know. Oh, I just realized I have new Aqua. Ooh, I got all three. A mermaid from Atlantis and a friendly introvert tea lover. Aw, what a cutie. Full Metal Conflict, video games in general, grandma. Aw, she loves her grandma. How pure. Moved to Seattle to achieve my dream of advancing technology as far as we can, trying to find the place and person where I belong while doing something I love. Oh, pure. Brew pad. I'm sure it was probably yes. Oh, also I want to try this. Tea, ginger, cinnamon. It's probably a little bit more complicated than that. Also, Russian tea is probably more complicated. But maybe I should Google it to see if I can make those. Or try them in some way, because those sound delicious. I guess I spend too much time browsing the internet. Same. Only I do it doom scrolling on Twitter, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, not like actually learning stuff. When did you arrive, Freya? I've been here since you left last night. Finish drinking first, Aqua. This game is just TK's excuse for looking up new tea or coffee recipes. Absolutely! Heck yeah. I'm sorry. I said you haven't left? I was just joking. I'm gullible. That would be crazy. Why? Oh no. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. It's just that you shouldn't forget to take breaks. You too, TK. Please make sure you get enough rest. I loved Freya's surprise face. We need a TK version. Yes. Of course I will, Miss Aqua. Thank you for the reminder. By the way, Aqua. Yes? Where do you come from? Because, judging from your accent, you're not from the States, right? I'm not. I'm from the ocean. Whoa, so you're full-fledged oceanic? Born and raised in the sea. Why did you move here? Chasing the American dream, I guess. You moved with your family? No, I'm the only one who moved here. Who could move here. Oh. May I know why? It's not easy for our people, especially the females, to get higher education. I got scholarships and the opportunity. I wasn't sure about moving, you know, but my parents pushed me to do it. How long you been here? Almost 2 years now. Do your parents visit often? They can't. Do you know how hard it is for my people to get a US visa? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. We're still in contact. We do a video call once a week. Do you have siblings? Of course. We are sea people. My extended family is probably as big as Seattle's population. Oh, that's a lot. You really have that many relatives? Of course not. I was just exaggerating. But if you count my grandpa's kids and grandkids, there are hundreds of us. Oh, holy! How about you, Freya? Do you have any siblings? I have. Not as many as you, I assume. I have a little brother, 4 years younger. He also lives in Seattle? No, he's living in San Francisco. It's near our parents' house. He's the good kid and I'm the rebel. Working some high-end tech job while taking care of my dad on the weekends. That's nice of him. I know, right? That reminds me. I should visit my parents after finishing this draft. You should. Visit them while you can. Oh, what a cute little, like, I don't know, her, like, oh, determination, motivation, like, pose. Wow, I don't know how to speak. It's okay. I know. Anyway, I want to order something. Another espresso, your usual? You know, the usual. Coffee, 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 brew. Sir, your espresso is ready. Thanks. Bitter! Just the way I love it. Oh, hello. He's cute. Look at him. I'm not sure what he's supposed to be exactly, but he's cute. Determination, concentration, master. Tabari, no. No, Tabari, don't go there. Good evening, sir. Good evening. How can I help you, sir? Ah, yes. I don't know what to order. Something to raise your spirits, perhaps? Nothing you like on the menu? I can make you a custom drink if you like. Actually, are you familiar with STMJ? I'm sorry, I've never heard of that. If you can tell me the ingredients, I'm sure I can recreate it. Haha, lucky me. STMJ stands for Susu Telur Madu Jahe. It's Indonesian. It means milk, egg, honey, and ginger. Understood. Wait, do you have eggs? I certainly have. They're not on the shelf, but I'll add egg once I mix the rest of the ingredients. I love that. 1 milk of STMJ, please. Wait, what did you say it was? So we're not putting in the egg. Milk, egg, honey, ginger. So milk, honey, and ginger. I want to try that. That sounds good. You know, there's a lot of, like, cafe drinks that use egg that I've learned recently. Like, suddenly at all of these drinks I keep learning that have, like, egg in them. And I want to try them. The thing is, it's usually, like, raw eggs, so you have to be kind of careful. But I'm not... I'm really not worried about raw eggs. I know a lot of people are like, I would never eat raw egg. Oh, no, that's so dangerous. But I'm just like... The risk is low enough. I don't really care. Anyway. Here's your STMJ. Let's see. You almost got it right. I'm sorry. Care to point out the mistakes? I guess it's the honey. You should have put the ginger in after the milk. Noted. Don't worry about it, though. I've traveled to so many places in the States, and none of them get the STMJ right. Oh, I just put it in I just put it in the order that you said it was, so my bad. Raw egg and ramen is good. I mean, I've always cooked the egg in ramen, so I don't know what it would be like raw. But I know a thing that I think it's a Japanese dish. What they'll do is they'll just like break a raw egg on rice and eat that, like with the egg still raw. And I'm like, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Like, the thing to me about raw eggs is, I mean, when it's mixed in like a liquid, it's not too bad, but when it's like the consistency of like the egg white especially makes me a little nervous when you can like actually feel it. I don't know. Anyway. Excuse me, may I ask you girls something? Sure, ask away. What kind of things you could like do it nowadays? If the broth is hot enough, it can cook it partially when stirred. Gotcha. Excuse me? Aren't you college students? No, we're not. Oh, he shifted over. I see. May I ask how old you are? You're being creepy, old man. Go back to your chair and keep your distance. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be creepy. Oh. Hey, TK. Who is this pervy old man? I have no idea. It's his first time here. I want to be able to understand young people. I don't think he's actually pervy. I think he's I think he just didn't understand the social cues there. You know? He's a dad. Yeah. Maybe he's a dad and he has a college age child and wants to get to know them, like understand them better. Oh, thank God you're here, Officer Georgie. What's up? There's a creepy old man trying to flirt with us. Where? No. You mean him? Yes, but not so loud. This man here is Rachel's dad, Freya. Oh, it's Rachel's dad! She was just here and now he came here and he wants to know we're better. It's too precious. He asked to meet me, so I told him to come here. Oh. I didn't know that was Rachel's dad was a pervy old man. No wonder she ran away from home. I think you're misunderstanding him. Everyone, please meet Mr. Furlong, Rachel's dad. Mr. Furlong, please meet Freya and TK. Please, call me Henry. I got a new one. I think it's Henry's. Yeah. Oh, it's him with a little Rachel. With a little Rachel. Ah! Cute. Absolutely fucking adorable. I apologize for earlier. I wasn't trying anything funny. I'm sorry about that. Wait a minute. Your name is Henry Furlong? Yes. And you're Rachel Florencia's father? Yes. Furlong? Florencia? Why do you have different last names? What are you trying to pull? She probably took on a different name, or maybe that's like her mom's maiden name or something like that. Florencia was my late wife's maiden name. Yeah, called it. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Freya, you're being really judgmental tonight. You need to chill. You need to chill. Rachel chose it for her stage name. Freya. Okay, I think I better work on my novel. Yeah, you've made too many oopsies tonight. It's time to It's time to chill. I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about. Freya, I'll come with you. Aqua's like, too awkward. I don't want to be a part of this. Anyway, what was it you wanted to talk to me about? It's about Rachel. That night when you drove her home, she was hanging out with. Was she hanging out with shady people? Well, I think one of them was a bit shady. Hey, I heard that. What? I'm not a criminal. I'm just kidding. She was in this coffee shop talking with Freya and TK here. She wasn't in any danger. Are you sure? What about before that? Whoa, calm down. Is everything alright? It's just that I feel that she's getting more and more distant. I don't know how to talk to her anymore. Or even what to talk about. I don't know what kids her age are into nowadays. Every time we talk, we end up fighting. I have 3 daughters. We fight all the time. One thing I learned, give them time and space. But be there when they need you. Or you can just bribe them. One time I had a fight with my eldest daughter. She didn't want to talk to me for a week. I know she loves pizza, so I went to Rocco's and bought her favorite pie. I left the pizza on the table like a trap. Then I just waited for her to take the bait, just like a stakeout. Once she took a bite of that delicious pepperoni, I casually grabbed a slice and sat with her. That pizza really helped smooth over things over. After that, she wouldn't stop talking. What if what she loves doing is the problem? Rachel loves singing and performing on stage. I'm proud of what she has achieved with her career. She's really young, but the entertainment industry isn't a kind place. Not the label, not the media, not the fans. I don't trust her new manager. Rachel's just a little girl. What if she gets harassed? We're forced to do drugs. Did something happen? Well, nothing's happened yet. I just feel it in my guts. Is it a problem that you're... is it possible that you're just being paranoid? I don't know. Maybe.
Psst, TK, I need to go now. Thanks for the drink.
Take care on your way. Hey, Aqua! I let Myrtle know you came. Well, can't you just find another manager? Rachel's already 18, so legally she can sign contracts without parental support. I've been trying to tell her to quit, but every time I brought it up, we just ended up fighting. As a parent, there's really nothing much we can do, other than guiding them and being there when they need us. Sooner or later, we'll have to trust them to make their own decisions. And with everything we taught them, hopefully, they'll make the right choices. What if she made the wrong choice? I can do a background check on that manager. If that eases your mind. Please do. Okay, give me a name. It's Morris. Last name, Lester. Morris Lester. Got it. Making wrong choices are life. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You learn from your mistakes. Oh, isn't he the guy in today's paper? Anyway, I'll let you know if there's a hit. Hold on, I gotta take this. I've just got a call. I've got to go. I'd love to talk more about this with you. Let's meet again soon. What? You have my contact details. Call me if you ever need my help. Wait. Oh, poor guy. This guy's just... Oh, I feel so bad for him. Don't worry, I'm sure everything will be alright. I used to manage a girl band. I've seen bad things happen. That bad? Yeah. I was against her joining that pop group at first, but my wife, Rachel's mom, she convinced me to give it a chance. Ever since she's been gone, since you've been gone, I don't know how to talk to Rachel. With her wanting to do more of her own stuff, I don't know what to do. What do you mean her own stuff? Modeling and the solo singing career? It's a whole different world than the band. I'm familiar with that side of the biz. But things have changed, right? Even if it has, I don't think it's for the better. She survived being an idol. Even managed to graduate and start a solo career. She sounds like someone who can take care of herself. Don't you think so? She's not ready. I don't want her to get hurt. There are a lot of bad people out there. People that want to take advantage of her. You are her father. I understand you might be worried. However, you shouldn't hinder her from achieving her dreams. I just want what's best for her. Is it really what's best, though? I think she's born to soar. But she's just a girl. My little girl. Seriously, that's your argument? I didn't mean to sound that way. Doesn't matter whether she's a boy or a girl. You'll drive her away if you keep acting like this. With your knowledge, you should be able to help her achieve her dreams. I once was a stubborn young girl, too. Maybe I can give you a little advice on how to handle rebellious teens. I'd love to hear it. Is it okay if I stay a bit longer, TK? Take all the time you need. Lemony Snippet. A fortunate tale in a cup. Get it? Lemony Snippet. A series of unfortunate events. Monday, September 28th, 2020. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic. Oh, that's what Aqua was just talking about. Dang. Werewolf representatives pushed the ministry for a more accessible sedative. Doctor from I don't know how to say that. Silachtown, arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Yikes. Are you sure that would be okay? Yes! I mean, it would be really hard to pull off, but it's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I forgot to silence my phone! Ah! I know. Ooh. Ooh. Hey! Hey, Gala! Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? Oh, jeez. Hiccups. Ah! Looks like you're having an intense discussion. It's nothing. TK was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Although, I need to interrupt TK for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... remember my remedy? Of course. Do you want to give it a try again? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely a different ingredient from either of those. Okay. TK's moving up in the world. I know that because Twitch notified me 38 minutes late, just like it does with all the other big streamers. Jeez. Remember, it has tea and ginger. Okay, tea, ginger, and then the last thing is different. Maybe I should try mint since that's new. I think I basically tried everything else. Let's try it. Is this it? How is it? Nope. This drink doesn't even follow my guidelines. Far from it. Oh my, pardon me for the mistake. Wait, what? Never mind. Tea and ginger and then something else, he said, right? Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussions. Oh gosh, I'm never gonna get it right. Don't worry, Mr. GALA. We're done for the night. You're done. I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean for you. Oh, come on. I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate with his thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know? He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Aw, come on. Hey! Bailey's, haven't seen you for a while. Oh, what was his voice? Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Bailey's. Hey, how are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? TK was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults. Like the Goosebumps books, where you could choose what you turn to page, whatever. I want that, but for adults. Give it, I want it. Sounds pretty common so far, but instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision will give you a score. What? The score will determine which page you should go to. That sounds like a video game more than a book. You're playing one right now, silly. Shut up! No, I mean a book! I mean a book! I know, it's not that original. But my target here is the mainstream audience. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. There's nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. Sounds interesting. And highly ambitious for you. At least it's simpler than my other idea, which is making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. What? Yeah, I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? Oh, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finish it, okay? Alright. Are they referring to In Space with Markiplier? Oh, is it loud? Let me turn it down a bit. Gain a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Coffee, milk, and ginger. Latte art. Serve it in his smiley face. Here you go. Thanks. It's good, but need more ginger. Not that it's bad or anything, but I guess it's just my personal taste. Noted. I couldn't put more ginger. I can only put 3 things in it. I put ginger, I put milk, I put coffee. I need all of those 3. How dare you? I am sick. I'm up to here. I am up to here with them being so picky. Do you think they'll comment on if you draw a wiener? Probably not. I don't think they'd ever comment on like specific latte art, but I'm definitely drawing that next time. By the way, how you doing, Bailey's? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in I've finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure it's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her by using some design terms she doesn't understand. Nice. Good job. So, you finished your job by bullshitting her? Finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know. Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh. What did she say? Ooh, what? Spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following. And that girl has a friend. The friend is the one I'm after. Okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? It's, I don't want to get into the details, but the succubus was super hot, and all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's, Lua was my friend's girl. Holy moly! This is getting spicier! What did I just walk into? It's okay, Mince. Don't worry. We're just gossiping. The other girl's name was, let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much. But I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. So Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I've been out. I got back just as Lua arrived. Total coincidence. We went into our place together and witnessed something, surprising. Oh no. What? Cognac was sleeping with Rose. Holy mother of moly! I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, the anger, the sadness. And without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good. Oh my. Yeah. I landed that one punch, and he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cognac. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty badly, so Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. I don't even remember the exact date, but suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That is one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah. Lua came by a few days ago. How is she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though. With whom? There was this male model. A model? I don't think she was that, I didn't think she was the type of girl to go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What are they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us the reason behind the fight. About your family stuff. And then this guy, Hyde, joined the discussion. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval. Considering, you know. What? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or I should say, most elven families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. You know. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy. Screamed like they were on fire. They told me that I'd never be rich or successful. All that because you chose an art degree? Oh, yeah, me too, man, me too. Mint, I'm so sorry. This is an unfortunate, common thing, it seems. I don't know why people have to be so uptight about choosing a career that you truly want. I don't know. I understand wanting to make sure that your offspring, your children, whatever, have money and food on the table and stuff like that, but you just gotta trust them to make their own decisions. You can't just try and force them into being successful, because that's not gonna work. You can't force success onto anyone. So it's absolute bullshit. So I'm sorry about that. You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa. I mean, come on. This is the 21st century. That's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental. Your family is racist. Tell me about it. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us. What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her. You just gotta be born into a family that's laid back to let you do whatever you want, even if it means doing nothing with your life. I feel like those just don't really exist, it seems. I mean, they do, but it's like you hear so much about people having like helicopter parents or very forceful, very puppeting parents, but there are ones that are like that. They're more laid back. I'm being too negative. There's definitely good parents out there too who are just supportive of whatever you want to do. That's your life? Aw, well, I'm really glad for you. I'm really glad that you get that kind of family. I don't know what do you mean by doing nothing with your life? Or do you, whatever you want, even if it means doing nothing with your life. Okay, I see what you mean. Like, okay. I understand. As long as they're supportive and helpful, that's a good thing. I feel like a lot of people think that you have to do something big with your life, but sometimes it's just the little things that matter, as long as you're taking care of yourself. I don't know. A lot of people expect people to do big things, but you know what? As long as you're trying to be a good person, I think that's the most important part. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making any sense. I'm sorry. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help but overhearing your story. My family was always awesome and supportive, and I'm really thankful for that. Oh, that's good. That's good. Very supportive and helpful families are absolutely wonderful, and that's how it should be. That's how family should be. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Just make sure whatever you're doing is making you happy, or at least not breaking you down. Yes. Or hurting others. That's another thing I just gotta point out. Not that there's a whole lot of things that... I mean, like, I guess you could take it to the extreme and say, yes, murdering people makes me happy. Obviously, no. But yes, as long as you're happy and it's not bringing you down and you're not hurting anybody. Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. Murdering people in Minecraft, that's fine. That's fine. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems with the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought about it that way before. Wait, are these people drinking coffee at night? Yes, or tea. Hey, coffee at night is a mood. I do it when I don't necessarily have to sleep immediately. Caffeine also doesn't affect me as much as like other people. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her.
It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the "I left my family for you" card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It will be hard work. Because life is full of storms. In marriage, you will not survive on love alone. Whoa, that's deep. And true. And true. We'll have each other, and that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elven privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. Oofs. Oof! Stop getting too real! I hate it! And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges as you. There's a high probability they'll get bullied for being half-bred. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Wanna head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, TK. And Freya. And bye. What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you gonna write that in your book? It's a secret. Imitsu. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea. Espresso. Cafe latte. Caffeine boost dominated by milk. I'm probably gonna do one more day. And then I'll be done. Never expected so many life lessons from a talking sim. Absolutely. Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. Who vows to stop major hospitals selling fury sedative illegally? Couchella 2020. 10 reasons why you should go. Couchella. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Hey, it's Du Bois. He really never changed. I know. But it was surprisingly nice catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, TK. I'd like to order again. Lo-fi Claire did... I think this is what's playing right now. I don't know. Is that... Loon is moon, so is Claire bright? Moon bright? Is that... I don't know. Let me know. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. You know what? Try milk to the ingredients you already have. Alright, I feel like I did that already. You know what to do. Wait, was it... Did I put tea before? Is it... Oh, I did, because he wants coffee. Milk and ginger. Or should I do coffee, ginger, milk? I don't know if that makes a difference. Try this. Thank you. I'm sorry, but this doesn't taste anything like what I asked for. Pardon me for my mistake. Never mind. Ah! Moonlight. Oh, this track samples a bit of it. Gotcha. The fact you autocorrected for Fury to Furry is kind of sus-TK. I did it again! I did it again. I don't... Listen, I'm pretty sure I have minor dyslexia. It's just a struggle. You don't see Fury so much. You just don't. I will never get Galas right. At all. Up. Oh, Lacey, thank you! I can't believe my eyes, Comfy TK. Thank you, Lacey, for the sub.
And thank you for Catgirl, Tabari. Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. I couldn't help overhearing you both. Sound like you two go way back. We do, I guess. I already knew that. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Those two bastards. It was a pretty sight. It wasn't a pretty sight. I love seeing people get beat up. It's such a pretty sight. No, it wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I know Kung Fu. Besides, I had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple? Really? You were trash, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time, we didn't even know each other. But because of that whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. I'm shipping these two so damn hard. Nah, same. Same, bro. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have ties to the Mafia. And I might have lost some of their money on stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes! They wanted me to launder their dirty money. So I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck, the universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me the night before. Hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke, breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Ah, I see. So how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed. I'd prefer it if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with, something. Let's just say, something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life. Helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Good guy. Good guy. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, TK, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time?
What? What?
Okay, so tea. I guess mint would definitely add cool, so we'll probably want to put mint. And then I need something that adds a little bit more warm. Probably ginger. Yeah, let's do ginger. Yes! Mint! I pick you! Lukewarm, you mean? Here's your order. Exactly what I wanted. Nice! I finally got an order right! By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Is that her? Speak of the devil? Yep, speak of the devil! Aha, I satisfied him. Good job, Mint. Hello, good people. I'm one vampire. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. Heh. I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work? How could you tell? It's called werewolf senses. Right. I showed TK my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff. And I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please, don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admitting life going? It's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about. But mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families if they require intensive care such as operations. I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like biz dev for people's lives then. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. Admin work can get crazy sometimes, I bet. That's why I'm suited for the job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Absolutely. I could not do something like that. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people really talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it. Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Dude's probably gone through at least 8 relationships by now, two for each half of a century. That's true. That's true. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. He needs to be bit less loyal, though. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Wait, 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy! That's for a promotion, man! Like I said, loyal standards, yep. They keep offering me new positions. Mostly managerial. Take it! Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. The salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Oh, of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me now. And I still get raises while I'm doing this job. I really can't figure you out. That's GALA for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you going to stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yeah. Safe trip. See you around, TK. And you, Freya. See you. Take care on your way. You know, it's kind of hard to believe someone like GALA could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So, how did you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Huh, alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar. Okay, I was like, don't make me read the story again. Whoa! Never knew GALA used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he jump from, how should I say this? A very physical job to medic. Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story from me? What are your favorite renditions of vampires, whether it be books, movies, or anime? Definitely Vampire the Masquerade. Vampire the Masquerade has the most, like, interesting vampire, like, you have like the interesting vampire lore of like the way that their society works, but then you also get the interesting like different types of vampires, so you're not just restricted to one type of vampire. I like it. I really like, so I'm mostly familiar with the video game Bloodlines, not so much the actual like tabletop. Oh, thank you for the reassurance bucket. Very nice. Oh, that's what it does. Yes, it's a reference to the Stanley Parable, specifically the oh, what did they call it? The like remake of it. It's a reference to that. It became a meme for my chat, so that's why it's a thing now. But yes, definitely Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Very, very good rendition of vampires. I think it's the most interesting for sure. Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. No, he's respecting his friend's privacy. Respect your friend's privacy! I won't get into the details, but going to war messes with your head. Oh. You see why GALA doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only way he was confident in was his strength. The only thing he was confident in was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Bloodlines absolutely deserves a remaster, and I cannot wait for the sequel. They can take as much time as they need on it, because Bloodlines got screwed over by being released too soon, so I'm okay with them taking all the time they need for Bloodlines 2. Word does change a person. Absolutely. Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. Or at least it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle? Hey, I didn't know about all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet. So, no personal feelings. I needed his strength, but then I got to be interested in him. Interested? I think he's a cool person. That's all. That's all? You sure about that? And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. Do you think you'll play Swan Song? I should play Swan Song. I've been meaning to, I just keep forgetting. No surprises there, but I kind of pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me, and not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been Hey, look! It's our buddy! Oh, we still don't know their name. I didn't realize that. Good evening, everyone. Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, Barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, people call us Neil. Achievement unlocked! We are friends! We are all friends. We are all friends. That's cute. Neil. Yes. Neil. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthling efforts in intergalactic exploration. Do I get more on Neil? Oh, I got more on Hyde. The fact I've been blood sober for 10 years now. Nice. Currently a model, past stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. Wow. And then Neil. Uh-oh, we're not friends. We're not friends. Some of them change their... Okay, so like Freya's is different. I think GALA's is the same. Lua's is new. Bailey's is the same, Hyde's the same, Myrtle's is the same. I think Rachel's is different because it was her group and now it's just her. Aqua's is the same, Hendry's the same. Okay. The achievement lied to you. How good then? I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah. Ooh, you are not from around here. Neither are we. Where'd you come from? Far away. By far away, do you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like that? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image. Ah, the Arami Gendrew album cover. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skill with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. They get to see them drink out of the fingers. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, yes? Yes. So, anything? Yes. We won't be able to taste the difference anyway. Really can't taste anything? Yes. What if I can brew you a drink that makes you feel something? Interesting premise. But we doubt you will be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. Okay. Huh. We want strong flavors. Give them something absolutely abominable. We want strong flavors. So, coffee is a pretty strong flavor. I'm gonna put mint. Because I feel like that's something. And then lemon? That sounds like a really gross. Coffee, mint, and lemon. Ugh. Let's do it. What is even gonna go? Mint, lemon, coffee. Wood. No, that sounds... Well, I'm not a big fan of mint, so a cup of anything is ready for you. Thank you. What the... Interesting. What are you doing? Drinking. That is how they drink. Oh boy. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. But you can't be so sure with Freya. That definitely was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away. Yeah, I think I just likely seen weirder shit. You right. You're just like, whatever. Wow. Turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand. But we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Aw, man. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them, though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decide to go on a date. Or maybe go further, if it got you a good story. He's trying to set them up! Hyde's trying to set them up! Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Hell yeah, let's do the journey with an alien. Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories. But I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called a commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So, even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least, that was what we gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that should be the case. Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya. Breed? 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 Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating. Again, keep him the hell away from Twitter. Most of the time, you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know, before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend? You start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? No. The path of starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated. Riz. It can be easier if you're a smooth... It can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partners wear condoms. Condoms? Something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Give him 50 Shades of Grey. No, no, keep that away from him. Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. My brain will now explode. So, we talked about using condoms. But how do your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you the details. That's lewd. Unless we agree to do the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Especially the mental part. We did our research, and we tried it on the testing object we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. They just sounded... This is an awkward conversation. My man literally just said, mate with me and find out. Yikes. He just admits to making Oh, yikes. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. None of it makes sense to me, and my brain has exploded. All I know is brain. It means a lot for our mission. TK, if you could voice a full conversation between a sex robot and a cam girl in Valhalla, you can handle this. You're right. You're right. Literally fuck around to find out. We have to report our findings to the base. Will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came. And then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer org? Wow, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry with such naivety. I hope at one point he actually says, I must go now. My planet needs me. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her last time? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy, to the point that Mr. GALA joined the conversation. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make GALA join a random conversation, unless it really piques his interest, or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul. It's Seoul. You just say Seoul, right? Why? Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow. So, I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well. It'll be peaceful. Oh well, it'll be a peaceful week then. I like their relationship now. They just like heartlessly tease each other, and they both get a kick out of it, and I like that. I like that. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then. See you around. Take care on your way, folks. Wait, but what kind of bike? Like a motorcycle? Because that's sick. But also it's raining, so whatever kind of bike it is kind of sucks. I've ridden on my husband has a motorcycle, and he was the one I was just riding on the back, but we rode in the rain together, and it was not a fun time. Espresso, blacker than moonless night, hotter than, more bitter than hell itself. What kind? It's a Honda something. It's kind of like a fast cruiser kind of one. It's not quite like super slow cruiser type, but it's not like a fast sportsy bike. It's kind of more in the middle. Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Hope it's a chopper style. It is not chopper style. Protests arise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Jeez. Yikes, look at that image too. Is it one of the wings? I don't think so, no. Dwarven made cars face challenge against an unexpected competitor. The Mother Earth organization fights to save more forests. Who's gonna be our first customer? I'm saving and then I'm done, but I just want to see. Oh, I guess we don't get to see. It's gonna be a surprise. Wait, let me make sure I saved. Okay. I'm like really nervous about making sure I get it. Oh, you're talking about Freya's? Yeah, maybe Freya's is the chopper style. That would be pretty fun. All right, so let's go to Twitch and see who's streaming right now. See who we can. Oh, Lexi's going. Oh, and Lexi's playing Resident Evil 4. Maybe I should. Yeah, let's raid Lexi. Ah! How dare you? Right at the very end, I almost went a whole stream without being booed, and then you boo me. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, I'm getting an ad for Taco Bell breakfast. I love Taco Bell breakfast. Oh, I was too busy talking about Taco Bell breakfast. It didn't scare me. Today a silver rain and a gold rain. We mostly rode the gold. 'Tis tradition. But anyway, say hello to Lexi for me. Remember, send Hamter for Hamter Raid. And I will see you tomorrow for Dead Space. Hopefully I finally get to Dead Space again. But I'll see you tomorrow with Dead Space. On that note, remember to shine your light in every world. Bye!